Hi, Leo. Welcome into your reading. This is going to be for the month of October 2024. Hope everyone is doing well. And I also hope that today, out of this message, you get some clarity, validation, insight, perspective, even truth. So we have two cards here. One is called the Heart, and the other one is the Moth. These are your oracle cards for the month of October. When I was meditating on your energy, I heard that you left your throne. So where did you go, right? The heart here representing the throne. There's some symbolic for both. This is a little, how can I say, empty. Okay, so I'm feeling like your heart, your home, your throne, wherever it is that you, like where your essence resides or where your love is, it is lost in some way. It doesn't feel very nourished, like you are nurturing your heart or you're nurturing, love for yourself or love for your family, something like that. Like there is a missing piece here. There's a distraction. Maybe you've been putting your focus on other things, and there are people in your life or things in your life that need your love again. And that love, it feels like it's drying out. I feel like there used to be a connection here between you and another person that you love very much, or you and even yourself. And it's no longer present. It's not real in your life at this time. And so there could be like this left behind feeling, like someone is feeling left behind, or I don't know. It also feels as though something happened where it just abruptly ended. So there was a connection. You were going with this person or with this thing in your life. And from one moment to the next, it just ended. It's like if you just magically poofed out of the situation, out of that reality, and it's still just there, like sort of waiting, like unresolved type of energy I'm feeling. And it's dried up. It's quote unquote dead. Okay, like there's no vibrancy, there's no life force here anymore. But it is still somewhere in the galaxy, somewhere in the universe. There is a dimension where this thing still exists. All right. So it may not exist in your 3D reality at this time during this lifetime. Maybe you had this connection with this person before, or maybe it was even in another lifetime, right? But somehow, some way, you disappeared, and that person and that time of life is still there waiting, is still there. And they feel left behind. So this doesn't have to be a person or a connection. It could be like an old hobby or an old project. It could be just like, let's say you were growing up and you always wanted to be an artist, right? You always wanted to be an artist, and those were your goals and aspirations, and life led you elsewhere. You started off, that process, but you had to, for whatever reason, end it and go and do something else, right? And so it just seems like that goal, that aspiration is still waiting. You're not giving it any life. You're not giving it any energy, but it's still there for the taking. It's still, if you wanted to go back to it, all you have to do is put your heart into it, and then it'll start to come back to life. Okay, does that make sense? With the moth here, this talks about intuitive abilities. Okay, so we are all born with intuition. It is part of the human way, the human what is it, like, development. And it's just a matter of how we use it. Some people are more aware of it, in tune of it. Other people disregard it. And so the moth is coming up to say that your higher self, your sixth sense, something like that, is waking up or is trying to get your attention. It seems like you are, how can I say, like you're a little lost, I'm feeling. All right. Like, think of like a circus mirror maze, right? Like you go into this mirror house. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. And you're trying to like find your way through. There's a lot of illusion, right, in that process. And I think that is coming through like symbolically for maybe the state that you're in right now. Okay, like you're trying to find your way through, and maybe you're using your logic and your practicality to understand this process, understand where you're going, where you need to go next. But you need to tap into your intuition instead. The intuitive clarity, the intuitive truth, that is what is going to help you with your direction that you need to go in. This also makes me feel your environment and your surroundings, the society, expectations from society, expectations from your family, your upbringing, are distractions and are creating obstacles and walls that are making you feel like you need to figure your way out of this maze. It's like you're trying to go, but then something pops out in front of you and it's like, hey, no, you're coming this way. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm going my way, right? So you need to go around that. And then you're going straight again and something else comes in your way and it's like, hey, no, like you need to go this way. And you're like, no, I'm going this way, right? So it's this zigzag or this, I don't know, there's just a lot of obstacles in your way, but I don't know, like, do you need to use your intuition? Like for some of you, you're already using it, right? Like, even though these obstacles are coming through, you know where you're going, you can feel it. And so that's why you are going around them, right? So you can continue on the path that you're going on. So I do think that for some of you, you already understand that, your intuition is telling you to go a certain way. For others of you, you just want to be careful that these blockages and obstacles, it's not like influencing you to do something different and to go against your intuition. Okay. So if you are feeling lost and scatterbrained and unsure, and you feel like you have no real concrete direction of where you're going because all of these obstacles are presenting themselves, I would just say to find your center and go within and really feel it out. This situation causes for you to feel something out, okay? And there's something about this thing that you have left behind that you're not giving attention to, that is part of this path, that has a role to play here as far as where you're going. And then just overall, be careful, like, with losing yourself. Be careful with losing your heart. Be careful with losing the meaning and the reason why you're doing the thing in the first place. You can get so caught up in the tasks and the responsibilities and the obligations that are required to make this thing happen that you forget why you started it to begin with, right? And the heart, the connection, the love to this thing that you are pursuing is what is most important. If you are doing the things because of love, then you cannot go wrong, right? That is what is going to point you in the right direction. So if you're going a direction and you don't feel connected to it, you don't understand why you're doing what you're doing or the purpose in it, then you're going the wrong way. All right. You need to come back to your heart. And the thing that I heard from the beginning, like you left your throne, you need to come back to being in control. And you are like your own boss, or you have the authority over your own life. Okay. So if you are allowing others to, again, persuade you, influence you, in other directions, remember that you are the one in control of your life and your decisions. And, just again, follow your heart. All right. Okay, let's see what else is coming through. Let's go into tarot. Pull some cards. What is coming through for the Leo in October 2024, please? General energy. Leo, Leo, Leo. Justice. Do you think that something isn't fair? Or something that happened before wasn't fair? So you are trying to right the wrongs, or I don't know, what is this? I hope it's not low-level stuff here, just because it's not a good time to be getting revenge and stuff. Karma is out and about at this time with Pluto retrograde here, so just want to be careful. You have the Four of Swords. So in your personal energy, it's a little sharp, I want to say, all right? So again, remember the love here, okay? It's really sharp. It's really like, I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove you wrong. And that's good. Don't get me wrong, right? Like, that's a really good motivator when it comes to like wanting to prove others wrong or something like that, because you really believe in a concept, you really believe in what you're doing or whatever the case is. It's just making me feel like, why are you doing it? Remember the reason. Are you doing it for spite? I'm so sorry to say that, right? Like, is there a pride thing coming through, or are you doing it because you love it, because you love this thing, because, you love yourself, or whatever the case is? It's like you are going above and beyond. And that's, I don't know. Like, I'm not here to judge, right? So I don't know if this is a good thing or not, because I don't know your situation, and maybe other cards are going to come in to like answer those questions for me. But for right now, it's like you're doing more than you need to do. Something is telling me, like, let karma, let God, spirit, source, life, the process of nature do this work for you. Okay, justice, it will always have its day. Like, people will always have their moment, their moment of karma. Some people are here to be a catalyst, okay, to the karma process, right? Because every relationship we have with another person, it is a lesson that we need to learn about ourselves. So you may have come into someone's life for that sake, but you're not responsible for the result of the karma. You're not responsible for the result of justice, right? And vice versa. These people, these relationships happen as a catalyst to push us into the lesson, into the learning about oneself. So let it be, okay? Maybe you started a process, or they started a process of learning that triggered you a little bit. And it's just like, I'm going to show you different, or I'm going to prove you wrong, or I'm going to get back at you, or something like that. But I think that the universe is saying, like, wait, take a step back. Don't do so much. I will handle this. I will balance things out. It is not your responsibility to go out of your way to balance out this karma, this karmic situation. Things play out that we don't see, There are so many different variables and factors that go into every moment that we are in. Our present moment was also like we also ended up here in this present moment because of the karmic process of even other people around us. Like their process indirectly affects even our own present moment. And I don't know if that makes sense. Like, because we are so interconnected with one another as human beings on this earthly plane, let's just say my life and what led me up to this present moment, not only did it affect myself, but it affected my children's process and what led to their present moment, and their process affected, even maybe their friends' process, right? Like, so it's all interconnected. We don't need to go out of our way to make changes because we want to either change our own karmic results or somebody else's karmic results. We just do the best that we can. We do what we can control, right? And try our best to come from a good place here. And I think that maybe your intuition is telling you something at this time, like take a step back, take a pause, because the Four of Swords also talks about rest and healing. So sometimes it's like pick your battles, or there's always a right time and a right place. And just like there's always a right time and the right place, there's always a wrong time and the wrong place. So feel it out. Is your intuition telling you don't do it, but you are going against it? Something to think about, okay? You're like trying to hold up so many things right now. And that's another thing that I was feeling when I was meditating on your energy. I was just like, Leo is super busy. It's like you only have enough. There's only so much of you, Like you don't have to do it all. Tackle the things that are a priority, that are important in the moment, things that you can control. Delegate the rest or wait on the rest. But I do think it's a matter of proving yourself for sure. This could be in the place of work as well. So I just want to be careful with all of that. All right, let's see what else is coming through this month. So we're going to take a look at your love and relationship. So whether you are in a relationship or single, let's see what's coming through for you guys. Beautiful, the sun. It's a lot of blessings here around the love sector. And the Knight of Wands. I feel like somebody is just like telling you like, like, babe, wait, like, it's okay. Like, hold back. Like, don't do that. Don't go there. Like everything's all right. Almost like just trying to reassure you, but also like stopping you from making maybe a major mistake or something. There is a little bit of defensiveness, but I don't feel it to be like defensiveness to your partner. For some of you, yes, that is the case. But for others, it's just like you are so on edge right now. Like maybe you're just over it. Like you're over the expectations of others and what they, are requiring of you. Maybe some of you have recently gotten some really harsh like feedback or something like that. Or maybe I don't know, for some of you, I do also feel like parents are on your case about something or telling you like you're doing it wrong or something like that. And you're just like, I'm tired of others telling me how I should live. I'm tired of others telling me, that I'm making mistakes or whatever. Like your wall is up, but at the same time, you're super willing and enthusiastic, and you have all of this energy behind you because you do really believe in what you're doing here, which is a beautiful thing. That is a great thing. And I think that your partner definitely supports you. I think that your partner is your number one fan, and it's they are sort of like, how can I say this? Like if you are about to go off on somebody, or if you are about to make a really rash decision, I think your partner is there to be like, hold on. Like, wait, think about this. Let's talk about this. Like, pros and cons, weighing options, things like that, because you can be really impulsive at this time, it feels. Okay. But other than that, there is a lot of heat. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of action and initiation between you and your partner. I think that both of you may be really fiery types of people. All right. What is in the career and finances? If you are single and you're wondering about a person, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Go toward them. Allow it to happen. There is blessing between you and this person. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. And I understand how, like, you can be in this energy. A lot of this does have to do with your livelihood, how you're making your money, your role at work. And there's this like polarity between something, it's just like something is taking so long to happen, and there's some impatience here. You want this thing to happen quick, but it's taking so long. And maybe you're back and forth about it as well. Like you want to be cautious, you want to be practical, you want to be realistic. And again, this is about money and finance and career. And so logically, practically that you need to take your time with it. But there is a time limit, right? It's like, I need more time. So I don't know if you need to speak to people, need to negotiate, get an extension in some way when it comes to like maybe paying off some bills, or I don't know. But there is definitely a concept of like, you don't have enough time to get something done here. Again, just be careful that you're not spending a lot of energy on things that are not going to help with this situation, right? Like what is going to help you be more effective and efficient? Like work on the things that are important, the things that you can control, that you can make a difference on, that you can get a result more quickly. That'll help fix it. I don't think that this is, how can I say, like, it just doesn't feel as though it's realistic for me to say like you're going to do it in time. I think that if you're smart, you can be as efficient as you can be, right? Like that's the goal here. Just try to use your time wisely, but at the same time, have a conversation with whoever you need to have a conversation with and let them know, or figure out a way that you could extend your limit. Like there's something that needs to be held off and you need more time to accomplish this thing. All right. Let's go into more detail for October and go into a 9-card spread here. Okay. More details for the Leo, please, for the month of October 2024. Leo. King of Pentacles, beautiful. What else? Eight of Wands again. Okay. So this is starting off in October, whenever you read this, I mean, you listen to this. Again, the situation with your money or your job is of most importance here. Perfect. I'm telling you, like, negotiate or talk to the people you need to talk to, because luck is on your side. Like, you will get the answers, the results that you need. Like, it'll be all right. But you do need to make a move quick. Okay. Don't miss out on this window of time. Again, the word time is here, but don't miss out on this window here where luck is on your side. So if you need to ask for something, if you need to negotiate, like I said, now's the time. The beginning of October is good for you to do that. And go in with confidence. Go in with strategy, right? Don't go in with the problem. Go in with the solution. You know, this is what you're faced with, right? But this is what I'm doing about it. Okay. So if that is, you know, relating to you in some way, I don't know what your situation is, that is the best approach. You're not in there, you're not going to your employer or to whoever has authority or influence over this matter to ask them for help, right? You're not asking them to help you. You're asking them for permission. Okay. What else? Yeah. And then I think after that, it's just like, ooh, I'm on a roll. Like, what else can I accomplish, or what else can I ask for? You know, like maybe there are other things that are a little bit lower on the list or priority list, but at this time, it's a really good time to ask for them. Okay. But I mean, you're starting off the month really secure, really stable. You have, you know, as far as like your finances go, I think that you are in a good spot. You have been really responsible with your finances, with your money, with budgeting. So you feel like you are in a good place and you're confident about it. There's a lot of excitement, as I mentioned, as well. 8 of Cups later on in the month. You may have some days where you get to play, okay? Maybe in the beginning of the month, you're going a little hard as it relates to work. But something is happening mid-October where you can just hang out and do the things that you like and do the things that you love. And maybe this is a good time to connect back with your heart, as we were discussing in the beginning of the reading. I don't know if some of you are feeling guilty for something. Guilt is coming through. It could be as mundane as the middle of the month, you decide to take some time off and it's really hectic at work, or you have other things that you need to be focused on, but you need a break. Because in the middle of your spread here, you have the 9 of Swords. So you're doing things that are, how can I say? Like even though they fulfill you, even though, you know, maybe it's like taking a day for self, right? Like self-love. Maybe you're going to the spa, maybe you're shopping, you know, maybe you're hanging out with friends. I don't know, just like the things that you really love to do. But there's an expectation around you that you shouldn't be doing that. And I don't know if this is like a self-made thought or belief system, or this is actually like you going against your the expectations that you have at work or the obligations that you have or something. But there is something around like, why do I feel bad for doing what I love? Why do I feel bad for taking time for myself? Why do I feel bad for loving myself? Why do I feel guilty for that? Right? And you don't have to. So there's something that you need to look at there and reevaluate here with the 7 of Cups of like, what is it that's in your life that is taking so much authority away from you, right? What happened to your throne? Why aren't you in control of your own life? Since when did other people get to tell you how to live? Since when did other people get to tell you what to do? Yes, you may have an employer, right? You're doing your job. You're a King of Pentacles here. You know, things are going well. Like, nobody gets to tell you that you're not doing enough because clearly you are. So if people are influencing you in those ways, here is a moment where you can identify that and realize the reason why you're allowing them to affect your energy and your heart here, because they're coming from a selfish place or whatever the case is. And you need to fix that guilt, right? Like, identify that they have an issue here, you know, and it's not about you, right? It's about them. Don't let them affect you and take away your heart and get you off of your throne. Does that make sense? Like, so this guilt that you're feeling this month is not real, is what I'm also trying to say. This is, again, being influenced by other people and the expectations that they have on you, which we were talking about in the beginning as well. So get clear with that, you know, and I think that clarity so far in this reading is coming through your partnership and your relationship, the person that you're with or the person that you're talking to. Go to them for clarity, because the sun is really coming through here in this area. So maybe their feedback or their ideas or their advice or something like that can help with you. Or maybe you go to them to feel like, yeah, like validated and motivated, you know? And so it helps you get clear regarding this situation. In the middle of October, some of you are also looking at your health and your diet and your routine. How crazy. Wasn't I speaking about the mirror, the house of mirrors? Do you see that? Wow. That's how tarot works, guys. But yeah, you are looking at yourself and sort of just making some, like, wanting to improve. And that's a positive thing, of course. Maybe you've been going, like I said, really hard on your job at work or whatever, however you're making money. And you're forgetting about, again, the love for yourself, your heart here. All right. And it's perfectly fine. There is literally nothing wrong with you wanting to take time for yourself. That is not being selfish. Six of Pentacles at the end of the month. Beautiful. I think by then you feel really good in your body. You maybe did a little shopping. You're excited about some of these clothes that you just bought. Maybe you, I don't know, fixed up your hair, changed your hair up, something like that. But it's like, okay, like I feel good again, you know. Oops. You have the Two of Cups. So Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Two of Cups at the end of the month. So relationship concerns at the end of the month here. The idea of give and take is going to come through. Okay, maybe your partner or something happens where you guys have a discussion about that, like who is putting more into the relationship compared to the other. And maybe there's a little bit of hurt feelings. I would say more than anything, at the end of the month, it's like, and I'm so sorry, but there's something for you couples that are together, okay? There's something about you forgetting the love and you forgetting about, you know, how much you and your person are so connected, or it's like, why, how did things get here? And I don't think it's it's like to the level of doom, you know, like you have to destroy the relationship or anything like that. I just think it's more like sensitive, like somebody is sensitive, somebody's feelings are hurt. And it's just, I don't know, like gentleness needs to come here. Being more gentle, being more conscious, like about how your person makes you feel and how you make your person feel. I think the love needs to come through more at the end of the month, and realize, you know, how much you have each other's back, right? And it's not always supposed to be this really aggressive energy. And I'm not saying like you are abusive or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, find the gentleness in you, find the gentleness in them, find the gentleness in your love together. Like, be corny, you know, be like how were you when you guys first met, right? Like something like that. Like there, I think that would definitely strengthen the relationship. I think spending time together at the end of the month here and really loving on one another and being really affectionate and sweet and nice and all of that to one another is really going to make a huge difference. Because for the people that I'm picking up on and the partnerships I'm picking up on, when you feel safe with your partner, I think your partner does give you that, you feel on top of the world, right? And if your partner is sad or hurting or has their feelings hurt in any way, it may affect you, you know? And so something's going to happen where you need to give them more attention at the end of the month, and really make them feel like they are important and how they are there for you and how they love you and all of that stuff. Like you appreciate that, or vice versa. Okay. I don't think that this is like a big problem. I just think that somebody is going to be pretty sensitive this month. And there may be some hurt feelings. So that's why I'm saying just be gentle with each other, you know, because there is the idea of give and take in this relationship that is coming up in the end of October. Like how much effort do you put in compared to what they put in? Who puts in more effort or whatever? Maybe the love languages are a little different. But I think in general, it's just more like you've been focusing on other things. You need to come back to your heart. You need to come back to your home, to your throne, to, you know, where you are accepted and loved and safe. And if there's people here that have been neglected, it's time to put your focus on them as well. Okay. But I think overall, it's going to be a great month for you. Yes, it's okay to focus on yourself and put effort and energy, right? Get back to when you feel good and when you put attention on yourself, then that's when everybody else feels it as well. Okay. So it's not selfish to do that. Just be cognizant of your partner, because I think your partner is just a little fragile. They're strong and they're an ally and they have your back no matter what, but they just want to feel some love right now. All right. But other than that, thank you so much for your energy and time today. I really love reading for you guys. If you want a personal reading, my email address is in the description of the video. You can just email me and we'll set something up. Other than that, have a great month of October, and like the video if you got something out of it. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.